welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about this video because we are prepping for fall, but we are doing it on a budget. I feel like there are so many videos on YouTube of people spending literally hundreds of dollars on fall decor and fall clothes and fall drinks at Starbucks, but I don't have the money to spend on that, and I would just really like to see more videos of people enjoying seasons without spending a ton of money. So that's what this video is. We are going to be decorating for fall using things that I will be sourcing from nature. We will be doing a DIY that literally is only going to take ingredients that I have in my kitchen. And at the end, I will be sharing with you my fall bucket list for literally things that are free. So if you don't want to spend a ton of money on enjoying the fall season, this is the video for you. But before I do anything else, I want to put together just a little mood board, just of some inspiration of what I kind of want the fall season to look like and feel like, get some inspiration for the decorations that I'm going to make, which are not going to be excessive. There's not going to be a whole lot of them, but just a little something to make my home a little more fall-esque. I'm gonna hop on Pinterest and open up Canva and get to work on the mood board while I drink my delicious cinnamon tea. I will have this tea linked down below. You can order it online. It is the best cinnamon tea in the entire world, and I'm obsessed with it. Every single fall season, I break up a cinnamon tea. Okay, I'm all done with my mood board. I'll have it inserted here so you guys can take a look at it, but I'm really trying to focus on drawing in elements of the outdoors and bringing them inside, so just really keeping things natural. Also just enjoying the fall time outside, so actually going outside and enjoying picnics and campfires, and then also doing some baking and maybe some simmer pots, just really keeping things natural, not buying anything, or if we do buy anything, keeping it very, very cheap, which is a great segue because up next we are going to be going to the thrift store and just taking a quick look around. I don't think that there's anything really specific other than potentially some vases, because currently all of my vases are full of pothos plants because I've been propagating a ton of those. So I don't have a ton of vases to put any kind of fall foliage into. So I do want to run to the thrift store and just see if I can find anything like that. And then also potentially look at the textiles there, because I don't have any fall colored blankets or pillows or throws or anything. So I doubt I'm going to be able to find anything at the thrift store, but we will see if I can find something. From the thrift store, I did find one thing, this little, I guess, glassware piece. So the image that is in my mind when I look at this is putting some taller grass pieces in this. This was $4. There wasn't really anything else that I saw that I was interested in or into. There were a few things that were maybes, but I don't like buying maybes because then what do I do with the maybes if I don't actually like them? So if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And I left everything else. But did get that, and I did just want to show some of the other things that I will be styling and putting some dried florals in essentially, or I guess just some florals because they're not dried yet. So these pottery pieces were actually made by a friend of mine in college, and she basically was in a pottery class and gave me a bunch of pottery, and I have just kept it. There is a bowl actually, I think. Let me show it to you. I didn't include this one in the fall glassware because this isn't really fall colored, because it's kind of like a blue color. I made this. It's very ugly and imperfect, but here it is. But these other pieces I will be kind of styling in with the fall things because they're kind of fall colored. This does have blue in it, but like I think that's still like fall and cute. And then we do also just have this mason jar with some black stones in it. So I might incorporate that if I find enough florals. And then we do also just have a bunch of mason jars in our cabinet as well that I can use if I want to. I think with that, it is time for me to head outside and find some florals to style in our house. So I have on my walks been looking in some of the public spaces that I walk around for some florals that might work for this. And I did actually Google whether or not it's illegal to pick like wild flowers, and supposedly it is. So let's hope that I'm not doing something that's illegal. Obviously I'm not gonna like go into someone's yard and like pick some flowers, but in public spaces apparently it is legal. So we're going to attempt with a pair of scissors just to collect some natural florals. So I'm gonna go ahead and change because it was really cool this morning, but it's actually a little bit hot out now. So I'm gonna go ahead and change into like a tank top or something, and then we're gonna go and see what we can find. Guys, that went so much better than I thought that it was going to. I got so much just cute stuff. Hopefully it all comes together into bouquets. That was like the most fun I've had in a very long time. I just went out there and I had a playlist on Spotify playing called Hopeless Romantic that like sounded like music from Pride and Prejudice. And I was riding around on my bike and there were like bees everywhere and I just felt so one with nature. It was the best experience ever. I was checking out all the stuff that I got. I got a variety of like grass seed heads and flowers and some cattail heads, all kinds of good stuff. So hopefully it all comes together very nicely. That was so fun. Highly recommend doing that. If you don't take anything else from this video, go and pick wildflowers. It's amazing. But before I put these together into bouquets, I do want to start our DIY project because I think it's going to take a little while. I'm going to make a orange garland, like an orange slice, a dried orange slice garland. I've seen this on Pinterest and Pebble, please don't eat my stuff. But I've seen it on Pinterest and a variety of other places. And I really want to try it. So we have some oranges that, in all honesty, we probably weren't going to eat anyway because I don't know why, but sometimes we get oranges and they're just not, they're disgusting. Like they don't have any flavor, they're gross. So I'm going to slice those up, put them in the oven, and dry them. I need to look up a recipe though because I haven't done it. I'll have the recipe that I use linked below. So hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, I'll let you guys know. But let's go start that, and then when that's in the oven, I'll go ahead and start putting the bouquets together. Okay, so I just kind of separated everything that I collected and then also de-leaved a bunch of it. So this is kind of what we're working with. We got some pretty yellow flowers, some grasses, a little bit of yarrow. So this is kind of what we're working with. So I'm going to go ahead and now make these into bouquets that will then go into the little vases that I have. Okay, I have bouquets, guys. I am obsessed. The fact that I literally spent no money other than $4 on one vase. Incredible. This is how they turned out. Literally, they're so cute. So cute. I love the ones with like lots of grasses. I went ahead and did one with just grasses. This vase is actually my great-great-grandmother, I believe, vase. I think my aunt gave me this for our wedding and I love it so much. I usually have pothos in this, but I went ahead and put this in it. I'm so obsessed with this one. And then we have this one. I love the added like dimension that the cattails give. And then we have this one. Hopefully they're coming off okay on camera. Do they look a little bit weedy? Yeah, I mean, they are weeds, but I think they're really cute. Definitely, probably when I do this again, I want to get more grasses just because A, those are gonna dry really nicely, so I could probably keep them around for a really long time, and B, they just look really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out where to style these. There's a few places that I definitely know that I wanna put some, but I don't know for sure where they're all gonna end up. I know I wanna put these on our floating shelves over here, so let's go ahead and put that there. Okay, next up, I think I wanna put this one right here. Okay, and this is our last one, and I think for now I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it on the island here. We do use this space a lot, so I may end up moving this up to my bedroom or into the office somewhere. We really don't have a lot of places to put stuff like this. As for our oranges, they were in there for the amount of time that like they were supposed to be, but I do think I'm gonna dry them a little bit longer, just because some of them are still just a little bit moister than I would like them to be, some of the thicker ones, but like this one's pretty thin and it did a pretty good job drying it out. And then once I'm done with these, I do think I'm gonna go ahead and string them on some string and make like some garland and then figure out where to put it. So gotta put this in for a little bit longer, but super, super easy. I'm also a huge fan of this. Literally all I did was cut oranges and put it in the air fryer at the recipe called for 175 degrees for 30 minutes, but I put mine at 180 because our air fryer doesn't go lower than 180 degrees. So I'm gonna put this in for a while longer. And I also have to clean up the living room because there's like leaves and bits of grass and probably spiders, because I'm gonna be honest, there were a lot of spiders on what I picked up. Don't tell my husband Brandon that because he hates spiders. But yeah, gotta go ahead and clean up now. And then we'll finish up the garland in just a little bit. Okay, I think our oranges are ready to go. They turned out super cute. Most of these have holes in the middle, which I think I'm just gonna be able to string this, what is this called? Macrame, I think is what this is called, through them. Some of them I'll probably have to do that a little more. I don't really exactly know how this is gonna turn out, but apparently I read that this was a tradition or something that they did a lot in like the Victorian era. So I feel like I'm really like connecting with like the Victorian era today. Cute, right? Okay, I'm gonna get to work and finish this up, and I'll show you guys the final product, and then we'll figure out where the hell I'm hanging it. I truly am so obsessed. I think I'm gonna change the letterboard out to something, I don't know, fall and festive. I'll find like some fall quote. But I do definitely think that these will last like until winter time, because I'm not gonna put any water in them or anything, and they're just gonna dry out really nicely. I'm trying to decide if I want to put water in the other ones, because most of what is in there is kind of like dried floral, so it should do okay, other than like the yellow, I don't even know what that's called, goldenrod it might be. So I'm not sure, I'll have to decide on that. But this is the final product of this section. I'm also obsessed with how this turned out. Literally, it's so cute, guys. And I know that it's like super, super subtle, but it just like brings a smile to my face. And I feel like because I went out and like I collected this and I put the bouquets together and I dried the oranges, it just means so much more because I like put it all together, and like I didn't just walk into TJ Maxx and like buy it, which is fine. Like again, it's totally fine if you want to decorate that way, but if you don't have the budget and you want to decorate this way, here's a great option. It is the next day now. The oranges ended up taking a little bit longer than I would have liked them to, so I ended up just hanging out with Brandon for the rest of the evening because it was date night. But everything is done and I absolutely love the way that everything turned out. I do just want to give you guys the list of free or very inexpensive things that you can do through the fall time. So I did make a little graphic, which I will insert here, and then it'll also be in the description below. That way you can reference it and add to it yourself as you come up with some other things that you can do to make the most of the fall season. But I am just gonna go through it rapid fire here. So first and foremost is visiting farmers markets or local festivals. I do have a video where I did this last year. So sorry, Pebble is freaking out because it is morning time and she can see the reflection from my phone and the camera, and she's obsessed. It's very cute, but she's a very noisy kitty. But I do have a video where I did this last year and I had a lot of fun with it. So check out that video for like some inspiration. But next is gonna be going for a picnic and then having a bonfire or going camping, making your own pumpkin spice sauce, baking seasonal items, going on a fall foliage walk, kind of like what I did, but you don't necessarily have to pick things. I'm really hoping you guys can't hear her like excessively. Watch fall films or movies like Gilmore Girls. Love it for fall time. Make spiced cider, make a yummy fall soup, and read cozy classic literature. And obviously there is so much that you could add to this list. And I feel like in thinking of this list and this video idea, really the principles of doing things on a budget, especially enjoying seasonal things, is to look at what you have and think of out of the box ways to use those things, and then connecting with nature, because nature is free for most of us. And it's just such a great way to get in connection with whatever season you're in, because it's that season outside. Again, for most of us here in the Midwest, we definitely have seasons. I wish that some of them were longer and some of them were shorter, but just being outside and observing, just being observant, looking at the bees on the flowers, looking at the leaves as they change colors, looking at the way the clouds change through the seasons. Like, there's just so much beauty and benefit in looking at nature in a little bit more detail. And I think truly for me, that is one of the ways that I find joy in life, regardless of what season it is. It's just enjoying nature. So those are some of my ideas. If you liked this video, make sure you like it, and then also comment below if you would like me to make some more videos like this, like decorating on a budget or enjoying life on a budget. I'm seriously so passionate about it, and I know this isn't the type of video that I have been making recently, but I would love to make more. But if you guys don't want to see them, then obviously I won't make more. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. And I guess with that, I'll see you in the next one. Happy fall!